What I did is I just picked. I want wireless. I didn't want anything wired, so that kind of cuts down the list quite a bit. I wanted to spend $100 to $200 range, and most everything here is in that range. The Astro A50s they're $300, and I just can't seem to find them anywhere for much under $300. Um, I also wrote down what sound they offered as far as like Dolby 7.1, 5.1, if it's stereo is surround. What operating gigahertz or operating frequency they use. If it had like sound presets or whatever. I also was looking for. I burn up so many batteries. The AAA's. I think this set takes two AAA's, and it just goes through them so fast. So I wanted to find out what my other choices are as far as batteries and how many hours I can get out of those batteries. So I put. I have a column for that and Bluetooth, which is something that a lot of the Turtle Beach has, but nothing really else has. I was kind of surprised. I didn't notice Astro, Triton, or the Razer brands carrying any kind of Bluetooth. So, and now all that talking, I didn't send an email.
So, I have the X12s. Nacro, what are you... you had a stack of them earlier before
Yeah,
the
right
show.
now I'm wearing the X12s as well. This is my PC chatting set, and then I have the XP300s, which no
X12
battery.
is what, Turtle Beach?
Yeah, these are X12s Turtle Beach. They replaced the X11s. The X12s
Okay.
came out. There's a few more speakers in them, and then the XP300s are in the lowest in the XP line. There's 300s, 400s, and 500s.
Yep.
Now, if you get these, you have to be beyond careful. When you're done, you have to hang them on a hook, because if they get hit against the wall or anything, they will not synchronize correctly, and you'll either lose all chat sound or all game sound. One or the two. Because my first pair I had, it fell off my lap onto the floor like a 2-foot drop, and I lost all chat sound. I couldn't hear any voice chat.
Wow.
But they're a great headset, and they charge for about 8 hours.
What's that, Dakota?
Were they like completely broken, or did you have to reset them?
No, yeah, what it is the only, not so much a trouble, but to synchronize these, it could take up to 7 times, and you got to hit the power button, hold it down, you get this little prong piece that plugs into your controller, and they have to be within a foot of each other, and you got to keep trying until it synchronizes. Now, if it, like I dropped it, it synchronized, but it wouldn't synchronize voice chat at all. I lost it, like inside of it messed up. It didn't physically break at all. They're really durable other than that. I mean, there's a lot of padding on them. They get, for a fat head like mine, they can get really big. But, I mean, I like them, but I didn't pay for these, so I wouldn't buy them. I'd buy the 500s, but they're a bit much. I can't remember how much these were.
Okay.
And
Well, according to my looking around, the XP 300s are about $140. Well, I mean, they retail for $170, but you can buy them for $130, $140. The XP 500s, they retail at $270, and I found them around the $219 mark. So the Turtle Beach, for the price, I really thought that XP 500 was really the best. 7.1 surround sound. It does operate the 2.4 gigahertz. I did hear a lot of people complaining. I'd go to Best Buy and Amazon.com, and I would have and I would read like the reviews, and a lot of the people would say the 2.4 gigahertz really interfered with a lot of stuff in the house, microwave, telephones, and stuff like that. I don't know why they went with a 2.5, because they have other products that the XP300 does do a 2.4 and a 5 gigahertz operation, so I don't know why they didn't put it in the 500s. The 500 does have 18 programmable presets. It does have the two AA batteries, not the AAA, but the AA. And from what I read, you can use the nickel metal hydride or rechargeable batteries in there as well.
yeah, I was going to say, these 300s have no batteries. It's just straight charger port And the cord is like 20 feet long. Not even joking. They give you with it the cord to put it from
so you can
here.
game while you're charging.
Yeah, because they hold about 8 hours on a full charge. They'll give you 8 hours of gaming, and then to charge them, I'd recommend fully charge them, turn them off, because if not, it's kind of like a cell phone. It'll stop holding a charge as long.
Their website claims 15 hours of game time, so it's a little...
Yeah, I have mine bumped up, though, turned up loud. They're being used a lot with Bluetooth. I figure wear and tear.
So, and it is Bluetooth ready. So you can hook it up to your cell phone if you have. Well, your cell phone should have Bluetooth on it, but you can listen to music or whatever, Pandora off your Bluetooth. So, anyways, next down on my list was the Air Force X-rays, and those are they're sanctioned, or they made agreements with Call of Duty and Activision, and they make these Black Ops 2 headsets, and they call them X-ray and Tango and other names like that. And I grabbed the $200 the $200 price range headsets. The other ones, they have some more expensive ones and less expensive ones. The less expensive are wired, so I wasn't looking for that. They are only a 5.1 surround sound. I don't know. They all of the Turtle Beach headsets said that they had a 50 millimeter speaker with neodymium magnets on it. So I don't know really what what drives them. It does have the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz operating frequency. It sounded like, I really couldn't get much from their website, but it sounded like they had just an adjustable type of programmable presets where you could just set your treble and bass and whatnot for it. They did have, one nice thing about them is they have a lithium polymer battery sets. So all you do is just plug them in and charge them, and they said they get 15 hours out of those lithium polymer. I don't know if you can replace them or have a second set handy and you can swap them out when the batteries die. It didn't sound like it. It sounded like they were just built in, much like the XP300. Also, they're Bluetooth. Turtle Beach also has the PX5. They've been around for a little while. They range in the $250 range, but you can get them retail about $200. So that was kind of around my price range. Again, it's 7.1 surround sound. Only the 2.4 gigahertz operating frequency. They did have the 18 programmable sound presets that you could have. Their batteries, they said you could have 2 AA's, or you could also use the nickel metal hydride, or probably other rechargeable batteries. I don't really know. I didn't read the instructions on as far as the batteries. And also 15 hours of operating time. The PX does have Bluetooth capability as well. Okay, Turtle Beach also has X42s. They're a little bit more on the cheaper side. Their retail was like $160. I saw them for about $133, which really doesn't, it's not really too bad. They don't have the surround, the 7.1, 5.1 surround sound, but it does say surround sound. So I'm not really sure what that means. It operates in the dual gigahertz, 2.4, 5. I could not find anything on the sound presets from their website. I just assume it's a bass treble type of thing also. The X42 does use 2 AAA batteries, much like my X3s that are 5 years old. So they say they get 15 hours of time out of it, probably because they don't have to worry about all the preset sound and the 7.1, 5.1 surround sound. So it's it's all about the sound. So they can extend the battery life on those. And as Necro mentioned earlier, the XP300s, They retail for about $170. I could find them, Amazon, Best Buy for about $140. They're only stereo, left, right. It does have the 2.4 and the 5 gigahertz operating frequencies. Their sound presets are adjustable. I would imagine you can just set your treble and the bass. The 300s do have the lithium polymer battery, much like those Ear Force X-rays, and it says a 15-hour battery life. So that's all the Turtle Beaches that I could find that were wireless and in my price range. You guys have questions on them, or
No, I think
Robert's falling asleep over there?
Hanging in there.
It's just all of those are so out of my price range.
Yeah. Oh man.
I look at those and I'm like, really? Why? Why would I spend that much money on that?
Yeah.
And does it really make that much of a difference? And you don't know, between.
Well, that's just it. I mean, like we were just saying earlier, if I can't hear the stuff that's going on in the game, why would I even spend the extra money to try to and then not hear it anyways? So.
And then you send them back and say, sorry, these suck.
But like
But
Modern
it's the game.
Warfare 3, it worked. And
Yeah.
I thought about the price too. But this is something that we use a lot.
Yeah.
If you're a gamer, you are using your headset a lot. You're using your headset more than you're using. Well, actually, I would say you use your headset almost as much as you use your cell phone.
Xbox said that I gamed 371 hours this year, so I used mine 371 hours.
So it kind of pays for itself,
Yeah.
when you do. But yeah, it's a couple $100, but it's something that you're using all the time. So it's an investment. So that's why you have to research and make sure you're buying the ones you want, because you're going to have them until they break.
Yeah.
It's funny that you said to do the research, because Saints of Kronos was over this weekend, and he brought over a pair of his Tritons, and I tried them out, and it was amazing how different those two, between my X12s and his Tritons, how different they were. And the fact that I actually liked my X12s, even though they were cheaper. They were sound canceling, so when my roommate comes in, she's talking to me, and I'm like, I can't hear you.
Yeah. I've had 2 different pairs of Tritons and 3 different Turtle Beaches and a pair of Astros. I've tried them all. Yeah. There's pros and cons to all of them. The Tritons, you can remove all these faceplates and get your gamer tag or your clan put on it. I mean, that's kind of nice. The mic comes out. But
That's
there's
really
like
cool.
a million feet of cord. And they're wired. No wire.
That's my X12s. Like,
Yeah.
it just runs forever and ever.
I
I'm like, what
personally
You're telling
didn't
me.
like these and hated them simply because, I mean, look at this. Look at that padding.
Yeah.
No padding. They're really blocky, really hard. I mean, you can't
That's
replace.
what?
These are the Triton A720s, AX720s, I think. And these, the paddings right here, they'll pop off at random, and they are a pain in the butt to get back on to stretch over because they are a perfect fit. I mean, they're a nice headset. They sound different, and you got to have that mic in your mouth and talking really loud for anyone to hear. And they're not noise canceling, like you said. I mean, they're nice if you get them as a gift. If you want to buy them, personally, I would not buy them.